Tonight, we are going to be talking about, what are we talking about? Box office news. There's still some box office news to discuss. We've got some awards out there to be discussed. We've got merch in the world. There's some stuff I want to talk about for 2026. What do you think? Is it going to be a good year, bad year for Jurassic? What's your thoughts? And also, I want to know where your rebirth rankings are, like in terms of like all your other movies for 2025. All that and more. I am Brad Jost, and this is Let's Talk Jurassic. Yo, I realized when I started that, I like hit play and I was like, oh man, I didn't turn my lights on. They were on like dim settings. Sometimes when I'm down here and I'm recording for other shows like Grim Grinning Hosts and stuff like that, I'll turn all the lights off in here except for my like studio light thing that makes it bright over here, and I dim it down. I got the blue lights behind me. It's just a nice chill vibe when I'm recording other shows, but for this one, all the lights got to be on. So when that wasn't the case, I was like, oh, it looks a little dim. I got to figure that out. So I turned it on. But anyway, what's going on? It's been a little bit. It's been a few weeks since I don't remember when the last time we did one of these was. Let me look. It looks like our last live stream. Oof, man. 2 months ago, November 19th. So that was quite a bit ago, November 19th. And who knows what that was about? I have no idea. I forgot to change some of the images. I got a little lazy there at the end of the year. Let's be honest. But we are back. It's 2026 now, and I planned on being here last week, but I was under the weather, so I was like, I'm fine now, but I was like coming out of or going into like a sickness right at that moment, and I'm like, I can't do this right now. So we skipped last week, even though it was supposed to be, the first one of the year or whatever. But hey, you know what? What's 2 weeks? It's all right. It's all right. 2 weeks in, we got this. We're ready to go. And the good thing is about skipping last week is that there really wasn't anything to discuss. There's nothing going on out there. There's nothing going on anywhere in the Jurassic universe. I feel like it's pretty quiet these days. It's interestingly quiet. I feel like it'll start to hit. Hopefully, like as the year progresses a little bit more. Hopefully, we'll get some more information. I do want to talk about what do you want for 2026? What kind of thoughts and what do you think? What do you think's gonna pop up this year? Do you think there's gonna be any surprises, any news, anything regarding a new film, anything like that? What do you think? We did an entire episode on it the other day, which I will showcase here. Hopefully this is all working. There we go. Me and Jay Jurassic did an episode here, number 430, about Jurassic in 2026, what's coming for the franchise. We talked all about that for like 2 hours or so. It was a long one. It was a long one. I didn't intend for it to be that long, but you know what? That's what you get. That's what you get. Because we also hadn't had an episode on the feed for a few weeks as well. So, but yeah, it was almost 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 21 minutes. That's how long that episode was. And so that gives you a little bit of insight as far as what is coming for 2026. Of course, I did not hit every detail or everything that is coming in 2026, but for the most part, I drilled down. I found as much stuff that I could for 2026. I think there are some really fun things happening this year for Jurassic fans, even though there's not a lot of major stuff happening per se, but there's a lot of really fun stuff along the way. Theme park stuff, museum stuff, merchandise. There's a lot out there. I forget what the entire list was. Go back and listen to that episode, me and Jay Jurassic. We tend to do this at the start of every year. We'll do what's coming for this year and kind of recap a little bit about the Hammond collection stuff. I gotta find a page for that because I did see that. I was sent that. We should talk about that tonight. And I'm very excited about those rumors. So, but yes, Andy, thank you for that. I'll have to try what's happening there. If I have any internet issues, same old drill over here. It always sucks, but we're doing the best we can, But I'm hearing my, you know what that is, dude? I brought in my acoustic guitar, and there's also a banjo over there. And I'm hearing the reverberation of my voice. I'm like, this is new. What is happening? Is there a drum in here? But no, it's either the acoustic guitar or the banjo. But yes, I do see people are starting to come in here. I'm very excited about tonight's chat because not only are we going to be discussing like what your thoughts are for 2026, what do you want to see? What kind of news, surprises? What do you think is going to happen? Put those in the chat. Let me know. Start writing them in there now. I'll go back through the chat when we get to that portion of the conversation. And then also, this is something I'm into. I don't know if everybody else is doing this, but like every year I'll rank my favorite movies of the year. I tend to see a lot of movies in theaters and also at home. I keep way too much track of that information. I have a Letterboxd account where I'm keeping lists of stuff and rankings and ratings and reviews and all that stuff over there. But I'm also keeping spreadsheets of my own to notate what movies I watched in theaters versus which ones I watched at home. I've got separate portions of spreadsheets, but also I've got movie nights part of the spreadsheet. I've got a spreadsheet that says like what is coming in theaters. So I'm very like addicted to that kind of information about myself for no reason. I just really like categorizing things, I guess. But I want to know where Jurassic World Rebirth fell in your rankings. If you do have any rankings of any sort, where does that movie fall for you? Is it something that, landed pretty high? Is it something that landed lower? Is it in the top 10? Is it not in the top 10? Let me know. Drop all of this stuff I think my wife just got on the treadmill in the comments below. But I'm excited to hear what you all have to say. Anyway, we also have some other stuff to discuss. What are we doing? Oh, yeah, so we have some other news, so why don't we go ahead and... actually, before we do that, let's go ahead and say hi to some people here in the chat. Jedi Jarvo is back. We are back. It's good to have everybody here. Scott Walker, hello there. We've got Austin Ray. What's going on? Hey, man, just joined and subscribed. I'm a huge Jurassic fan. Thank you so much for being here, Austin Ray. This is our YouTube channel. I don't know if you've followed any of our other stuff before, but this is obviously our YouTube channel. There you go. If you weren't aware, you're now aware. But I do live stream podcasts every Wednesday night. I didn't mean to say podcasts. I do live streams every Wednesday night. And then podcasts usually come out every other Monday. So you can find those over on any of your favorite podcasting platforms. And of course, as always, you can go over to JurassicParkPodcast.com to find any of your information for the podcast there. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Podomatic. You can listen to it right on the website. You can get all the news and information there. I don't use this as like a full news source. I have a little bit in the past, but not too much anymore. Every now and then we'll do articles and things like that. But yeah, we have a lot of conversations on the podcast feed, stuff that doesn't always hit the YouTube feed. So you got to keep your eyes peeled on the podcast feed every now and then. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed our Christmas special this year. It was another ridiculous episode, as always. I love those ones. But yeah, let's talk some more about who's in the chat. Let's see. Agent Ben Morrison checking in. What's up, dude? Jared Ransom here in the in the chat. We've got, Jedi Jarvo saying that was last year, Brad. The last stream is history. Last year, a new year, new start. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm already lost. But yeah, I want to talk about some news so far, and let's. I gotta go over my buttons and everything because it's been a little bit since I've done this. So let's go over to some box office stuff and boom, Jurassic news. Boom, there we go. Why'd I say boom twice? So this was coming on my radar a little bit the other day. Sorry, I gotta drink my coffee. Getting tired. It popped up the other day on some graphic that one of those film, posting sites like posted all of the movies that have like hit $1 billion or something along those lines. And I saw that Zootopia and Jurassic World Dominion were very close to each other. And Jurassic World Dominion did have the advantage for a little bit, but now Zootopia 2 has overtaken Jurassic World Dominion in the lifetime gross for the domestic box office here in the States. So it's looking like Zootopia 2 is at 60th, and Jurassic World Dominion is at 61st place. And that's equating to, what was that, 380 versus 376 million. So just wanted to give everybody a heads up if you do keep track of anything like that, because it's Jurassic World Dominion's not making any more money. Zootopia's gonna keep making money. And there was another, what was that? Oh, Avatar Fire and Ash, still down here, 347. I could see that moving up. I imagine it will bypass Jurassic World Dominion as well. Probably get up there. But yeah. Congratulations to Zootopia 2. It was a very good movie, actually. I'll be interested, actually. Since I do want to talk about that later, I do want to see where Zootopia landed on my list versus Jurassic World Rebirth. Obviously, two different movies, but it just got me interested. Now, I have not finalized my list yet. I still have like one movie I want to add to it that I watched. But so far, Zootopia 2 is still below Jurassic World Rebirth. We'll get to that in a little bit. I do want to see more of your rankings and thoughts on like where you would place that movie in relation to maybe the Jurassic movies, but in relation to other movies that you watched in 2025. So give me all that information, and also let me know what are you thinking about 2026. But yeah, let's move on to the next piece of news, and I don't know what it is. So yeah, Jared says Jurassic can pull a Marvel and just put Dominion back in theaters. I don't know if that's happening. I really don't know if that's going to happen, unfortunately. I feel like they didn't even want to put Jurassic World back in theaters for the 10th anniversary. So are they going to put Jurassic World Dominion back in theaters? I don't think so. But yeah, let's move on to our next piece of news. And this is actually also in reference to Jurassic World Rebirth. So let's go over to Instagram and check out the ILM account here that has a VES nomination for Outstanding Visual Effects in a Photoreal Feature. I've never heard the Photoreal Feature category. It's interesting. So I do want to see, let's see, VES, let's look this up. Maybe I'll bring it up over here. Let me see. VES Award 2026. Let's see, Visual Effects Society. View nominees. All right, here we go. Let's go back over to the page. All right, so outstanding visual effects in a photoreal feature. F1 the movie. Jurassic World Rebirth. The Lost Bus. Avatar Fire and Ash. How to Train Your Dragon. Okay. What other supporting visual effects? Wait. What are... This is me like trying to in real time figure out what the difference is between... This is just like all like the whole visual effects. What is supporting visual effects? House of Dynamite, supporting Warfare, Sinners. I don't know what that would... I honestly don't know what that would even mean. Can I like click on that or anything? No. Maybe there's information about the categories and whatnot, but outstanding animation in an animated feature, we've got Bad Guys 2, K-Pop Demon Hunters, Zootopia 2, In Your Dreams, Ilio. Okay. So I was curious because I was listening, and I think, speaking of Zootopia 2, it's got $1.6 billion for their worldwide box office. Now, I don't know if I can break it up into animation, but let's see. All time. I don't know if I can see. Let's see. I don't know if I can see it, but I believe it's like maybe number 2. I don't know. I can't really sort this as well as I'd like it at the moment. It doesn't look like. Yeah, I don't know. These are domestic totals, and that's not what I want. But what I was getting at was, I do believe that they consider things like the Lion King like animation. So I feel like having this photo reel is an interesting position for it to be in. I appreciate that. So photo reel, yeah, sure. I think that checks out. As far as will it win against How to Train Your Dragon, I think it could. I think it could beat that. Avatar Fire and Ash, I don't think it would beat that, to be honest. The Lost Bus, I'm not even sure what that is. And F1 the movie, I would assume it could beat that as well, even though F1 would probably be much more subtle stuff. But I mean, I think Rebirth looks beautiful, so there's a chance, but I think it's kind of impossible that it could beat Avatar at this point. But who knows? Dark Moon 3D says supporting VFX basically means, if that makes sense, right? So invisible VFX is basically every movie has tons of VFX that you don't even realize. Whether, even speaking of Rebirth, it's not necessarily just, oh, check out these awesome dinosaurs that are here, but it's also, let's remove that guy's arm and just because it's got a wetsuit on, and let's put a non-wetsuit arm on him. Stuff like that, right? So there's a lot of things like that that are added into films that are not just like, hey, check out how grand this movie looks. So, you can appreciate that kind of stuff. But yeah, let's move on. So that is one of the awards. There was actually another award I did want to pull up here. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Forgot to add this one to the rundown. Let's see. It was right. Should be right around here. Yeah, here we go. Let's go over to Chaos Theory for a second. Chaos Theory has also been nominated as well. So for the GLAAD Awards, we've got Outstanding Kids and Family Programming. Animated. Look at that. Fantastic. It says, congratulations to the cast and crew of Jurassic World Chaos Theory and Bear Brick on their GLAAD nominations. Not sure what Bear Brick is. Is there a picture or anything? Oh, okay. Why does Bear Brick look like Mickey Vinylmations? Is that what they are? Because I miss those. I really miss those figures. I've got them all, not all of them, but I've got a few of them. Like right here. This Marion Ravenwood, you know. They're shaped like Mickey Mouse, but they're the characters from movies you love. So from Raiders of the Lost Ark, you've got Marion Ravenwood. I've got a handful of them. I always wanted more, but I think they stopped making them all completely a bunch of years ago. There may be some, little releases here and there, but I don't know anything else about them in more recent years because I just assumed they all disappeared. But that's exactly what that looks like. So I didn't even know this show existed, but there you go. GLAAD Award nominee, Outstanding Kids and Family Programming. So good luck to Rebirth and to Chaos Theory for both of those awards. Let's see what else we got. Now I've opened so many tabs here. There was some merch that I wanted to take a look at real quick. So let's go over to... Do I have a merchandise? I think I might. Jurassic merchandise. Boom, look at this. I do have a tab. All right, so Wolfpack has been showing off this a ton. I keep coming across it constantly. It's getting shared on my feed like nonstop with ads or whatever. But yeah, I wanted to take a look at everything that they're offering over on their site. Cool looking page here. I'm digging this. Whatever this graphic is playing here. That's awesome. That's fun. But we've also got some merch. So let's see. We've got Jurassic Patch Bundle number 1. Got the Jurassic Park JP logo there of some sort. I love the Bingo Dino DNA. We got that. We've got the Park Gates, the license plate 3885 for bundle number 1. Are these... I don't know. Are these like they must be Velcro, right? Those are like Velcro, yeah. So I'm assuming you just slap those on there. Not bad. And then you've got the bundled number 2, which is Welcome to Jurassic Park. These are more they've taken some liberties here, it looks like, with some of the designs, but looking good. Genetically modified. Welcome to Jurassic Park. T-Rex one right there. And Brachiosaurus one. And here is the kicker. This is the 45-liter backpack, $199.95. Looking good. Pretty cool looking backpack. Can I get into it? I want to see the details. Got lots of rooms for drinks. Can I open these pictures or no? Okay, there we go. 2 drinks. Lots of straps all over this thing. And that's it. That's the only pictures I got. No, oh, there we go. There's some more. What's this say? Does it say hold on to your butts? No. It says when dinosaurs ruled the earth. These pictures are not coming up in the right order. You can throw a laptop or an iPad in there. It's pretty big. better be for $200. But then we also got the 30-liter duffel bag, perfect duffel bag, for $199.95 as well. Chill guy. Here you go. So there's that. What else they got? Which is a smaller one. 9-liter tactical sling bag. 20-liter Jurassic Park lunch tote. Is that what that says? No, it didn't say that anywhere. Lunch. I thought I saw the word tote. Tactical lunch box. 25-liter backpack. 35-liter backpack. 9-liter backpack mini. 4-liter mini tactical sling bag. A patch plate. Welcome. So then you can get the patches individually, it looks like. Yeah, here we go. There's some good stuff down here, too. You got to go for the Mr. DNA shirt. I mean, come on. $39.35. For $39.35. How to make a dinosaur. That is a pretty killer looking shirt. Definitely digging that. Is it the back? I think that's the back. Kind of want that to just be on the front. We just got Mr. DNA right there in the front. Not bad, not bad. Why he's got like bloodshot eyes here. There you go. What's it say down here? A mosquito feeds on the blood of a living dinosaur 100 million years ago. Find fossilized amber with a mosquito trapped inside, and then extract the DNA from the ancient mosquito. Number 3, use frog DNA to fill in the gaps in the genetic code. Bingo. Dino DNA. Life finds a way. There you go. He didn't say it like that. But I'm digging that. That's a pretty good one. And let's see what else we got. Let's go. There was another shirt. If something chases you, run. You got the Jurassic World quote on there with the JP. Okay, I see what you're doing. And what's to say over here? God creates dinosaurs. Dinosaurs eat man. Woman inherits the earth. What was the we used to do a game show kind of thing on the podcast where the guest had to this was with James and Steve, and they made the guest recite the God creates dinosaurs speech, and it was always so there's so much pressure to get it exactly right. So I loved listening to everybody kind of struggle through that to get through every one of those in the correct order. Let's see what we got here. I haven't been paying attention to chat. Let me get back to it. Mr. DNA, where did you come from? From your shirt. Now that's chaos. I don't know why he's saying it. Yeah, I like it. And yes, it was really cool seeing that award for Chaos Theory as well. Absolutely, and love the bag. But yeah, that's the front of the shirt there, even though it has a Jurassic World quote on it. What else we got? Anything else? Is there anything else? Those are $39 and $35. And yeah, so. Good looking stuff there. Ooh, there's a lunch tote. But yeah, looking cool. First 300 bag orders will receive a free mystery patch. Ooh, I wonder what it could be. But that is the news portion for today. Let's go ahead. I wanted to talk about some 2026 stuff. Also, where did Rebirth fall on your 2025 lists, if you have any of that? Um, I know I had gone back and forth with somebody on one of the social media platforms that had only watched like a handful of movies last year. And so it was on like the top 5 list of movies because there wasn't a lot of movies to choose from if you didn't watch a lot. But over the course of last year, what did I watch? I watched, it looks like 60 brand new movies. It's an okay number. I feel like I wanted to watch a lot more. I didn't get to everything I wanted to, but I watched 60 brand new movies. And for me personally, Jurassic World Rebirth, at least for now, I think it's going to fall at number 19. So I know I said it on the podcast feed and that it was 17th. Well, I've since watched 2 movies. I don't wrap up my 2025 list until usually like today or so. I try to give it like an extra like week and a half or so, something along those lines. And yeah, that's about where we're at, like the 2-week mark now. And I needed a few extra days, guys, just to watch stuff. Around the holidays, it becomes kind of impossible to watch any like longer films and stuff like that. So finally had the chance to catch up on like a few that I really wanted to see before I finalized my list. And at the moment, yeah, it's looking like Rebirth is at number 19 for me. So not great, not that exciting to hear. I know, as somebody who is podcasting about Jurassic every week, whether it's the podcast feed or on live stream, and been doing it for over 10 years now. And to have a Jurassic movie come in at number 19 hurts. It definitely hurts. It definitely hurts. And I don't think it is a bad movie by any means. I definitely don't. I just have my issues, my quibbles with it over canonical stuff. You've heard me talk about it a lot, so I won't really get into that. But I just wanted to put it out there that this movie fell pretty far down the list. At one point it was like, 7 or something like that. Then it just kept falling down. I should indicate, though, let's see, my predictions. Can I pull this up? I might be able to pull this up. Let me see if I can, I don't know if I have this app, but, or if maybe I can pull it up on the web. Let's see if I can do that. I can. Look at this. I can. So let's do I don't know what category to put this under. Let's I guess Rebirth. So all right. So here are my lists that I have over on Letterboxd, and so I wanted to go down to my 2025 top 10 predictions. So here are my predictions for this past year as far as where I thought these movies would lie at the end of the day. And I had Wicked for Good at number 1. I really love Wicked, and that movie was really high on my expectation levels. So Avatar Fire and Ash, I expected to come in at number 2, Fantastic Four at number 3. I probably should have put it at 4. I mean, that would have made a lot more sense. Superman at number 4, Captain America. And the thing is, a lot of the times when it comes to making a list like this ahead of time, is you don't really know all like the ins and outs of like, oh, like there's surprise movies that come out, like movies you never heard about, and really some interesting stuff that comes out along the way. So when I make this list, it's mostly just like hits that you're going to see, like, oh, what are the big tent poles that are coming out? So Captain America's on there at number 5. I was really hyped for that. Thunderbolts, very hyped for that. Jurassic World Rebirth. I had to dip that down a little bit because I wanted to be a little forgiving, so it did make my top 10, obviously. I had hoped it would, right? But I also wanted to dip it down just a little bit because I was a little, tepid about like where I thought this film would lie and how I'd react to seeing it. So I put it at number 7, Mission Impossible number 8, Frankenstein at 9, and Wake Up Dead Man, Knives Out at number 10. So I have all these ads all over here, but that's where I kind of expected them to go. What did I even write? Jurassic. Okay, so you're wondering why I put this so low. Well, I've heard some things and I'm concerned. So yeah, that's what I wrote. When did I don't know if it says it, just 1 year ago is when I did this. So probably around this time, early begin, usually I do this like pretty first thing at the beginning of the top of the year, So yeah, it ends up, with a lot of hit makers up there. But I was worried, and rightfully so. I think all of my concerns panned out exactly the way I figured they would. I don't know. I don't think I like made those issues come to life in some sort of way by kind of projecting that, but they were just there for me, and I knew that they were going to be a problem, but I did not expect it to be at 19 on my list. So this is again not a fully finalized list, but I do want to give it another once over, but I'll give you the insight here before I fully finalize it. But I also have documentaries and things on here. Now, a lot of these movies are on my list, right? And I know Jared here says Sinners was at the top of your list. I did love that movie as well, but it's at number 6 for me. There was things that I connected with a little bit more, and as you can see, there was 5 other movies I connected with. Avatar. It's going to be hard for that to not top my list. I really love those movies. And a Pee-wee documentary. It was an incredible feat, that documentary. So I was like crying, dude. That made me so emotional, and it was so, comforting to learn about Paul Rubens. But Superman knocked it out of the park for me. K-pop Demon Hunters came out of nowhere and just was like excellent. And Frankenstein is one that I just watched the other night, and dude, I loved it, especially the ending. I won't tell you what it is if you haven't watched it, but man, the ending, like, I've watched it several times since I watched the movie in full. I've kept going back to one of the final scenes, and I'm like, dude, this is so good. So Sinners is one that the only movie on this, oh no, I'm sorry, Superman I did purchase as well. But the only movies so far I've purchased is Sinners and Superman from this past year. So love that one. And it's so darn good. And Thunderbolts is one that's really resonated with me as well. And Wicked for Good, I feel like I like it less than its position at the moment. I don't know. I'm struggling with it because I did really like it, but I also thought it had some flaws and stuff. So, but yeah, Wake Up Dead Man, almost nailed it. Honestly, almost nailed that. I had it at number 10, so almost got that one. And Fantastic Four, also love that one as well. So going down though, you'll see there's a bunch of random stuff in here, dude. You might have some issues with where I place these movies, but I thought they were all better than Jurassic World Rebirth. So that's where it landed. Currently, it's at 18. I know I said 19, but I have not placed one more movie. So this could shake up. I got to see where it falls. So for me, 19 is where it's going to lie. Like I said, I've got one more movie to add on to this list that I have watched. I just need to rank it and see where it falls. But yeah, I'm bummed out that it landed at 19 for me. I really like it. Like, the thing is, I like it technically. Like, I like it in ways more than a lot of these movies. From 18 to 11. Like, in a lot of ways, I like Rebirth more than a lot of those movies. But I think it's the little issues that really drag it down for me. So it's such a struggle to rank it, and I think ranking them at all as I see them, and I try to do it, right after I've seen them. So to me, it's a pretty certain space. So maybe, like I said, it might switch up just a little bit here and there, but that's where it's landing for me. But yeah. And yeah, there were a lot of great films. I don't know if everybody agrees with my list there, but I think it was a pretty great year for movies. I'm very excited for all the ones that I saw, and even there's still ones that I haven't seen, but I'm really excited to see from this past year that I just assume probably won't make like my top 10 list at least. So I've put them to the side for now, and I'll watch them when the time comes. But yeah. And you said it's just outside of your top 10. And yes, Godzilla Jr. 95, I am actually streaming. It's a new year, new me, I figured, let's give it 2 weeks. New year, new me. I'm streaming. But yeah, it's been a bit, it's been since November, and we're back on the feed. I would have been here last week, but I was under the weather, so, but yeah. And yeah, Rebirth, I want to bring this one back up here. Just outside your top 10, but would certainly consider it worthy of plenty of rewatches. Absolutely. I will be rewatching that movie a lot of times. I'm very excited to rewatch that movie. Like all the time. I'm very excited to watch it. And I'm going to rewatch it more than probably all the movies on this list. Maybe. So there's different values, I think, to like how you rank a movie, and I don't necessarily consider rewatches in that. So but if it was rewatches, it would be one or two or three, like somewhere in that range. So yeah. Siaka would definitely top 7 movies of all time, no bias. Yeah, you know what? Let me bring that up. Actually, I did have a list here for Jurassic. Top 7 movies of all time. Let's see. Jurassic Park, The Lost World. Controversial. Jurassic World Dominion, number 3. Jurassic World Rebirth. Nope, sorry, that's not it. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom at number 4. Jurassic World at number 5. Jurassic World Rebirth at number 6. And obviously, for my sake, Jurassic Park 3 at number 7. So yeah, top 7 movies. Yeah, it's not top 7 movies of all time for me, but yeah, that's where they lie. That's where they lie. So hopefully you can jive with that. I don't think it'll ever get higher than that. It'll always be at least there. It can only go down when we get more movies. So yeah, and Thunderbolts absolutely was a giant therapy session. Yeah, that movie's heavy, dude. It's heavy, and I think they tackled it really, really well. It's deep, it's dark, it's hard to watch at times, but I really love it. I've watched that one a bunch of times already this year, maybe 4 times or so. I love that one. I love Thunderbolts. I think it's very rewatchable. So, but yeah. And Godzilla Jr. got Jurassic World Rebirth for Christmas. Nice. And we have talked about Monarch Season 2, but not the latest trailer. I have not talked about that on the podcast or anywhere yet, but if you do... I feel like we did, but did I make a post about it? Oh yeah, I did. If you go to the website, episode 429, myself and Tom Jurassic talked about the first initial teaser, I guess, whatever it was. So trailer or teaser, I don't remember, but we did talk about that back in December 1st. So you can go check out that episode. But we have not talked about the latest trailer, which was also very great. I was very excited to watch that one. But we will be discussing Monarch Season 2 soon. It comes out the 27th, I think, right? Is it 27th of February? Something like that, right? But yeah, we'll be breaking down that show and do it week by week. I'm excited for that. I can't wait. That show is going to be great. So... But yeah, I also want to talk about 2026. We'll try to wrap this up fairly soon, but yeah, I want to talk about 2026 a little bit, and you can still drop stuff about rankings and things like that in the chat if you want to. But also, I want to discuss 2026 because we did an entire episode on 2026, and yeah, that one's right here as well. So. Like I said, Jurassic in 2026, what is coming for the franchise with J Jurassic? We talked about all kinds of stuff, and I think there's literally a lot. Let me go through the list. What did I discuss? Let me see if I can find those notes real quick. Yeah, in the episode we discussed. The Jurassic Park River Adventure going down for a full year. We talked about Jurassic World The Experience and all the different locations that are going to be going about. Jurassic World Evolution 3 and all the DLC support and stuff like that throughout the year. Mattel toys, what's coming. Oh yeah, I forgot to bring that up, but maybe we'll do that at some point, if not next week. But we talked about Lego sets that are potentially coming, some shoes, James Mottram book, and we talked about a little bit about Monarch, very minimally. We talked about that. We talked about a Universal Theme Parks exhibition that's going to the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia, and we also talked about the Universal Kids Resort that has a Camp Cretaceous area, and we talked a little bit about like Jurassic Park Survival being on the horizon, and Universal, like what they're planning for the United Kingdom, and also obviously like Jurassic World Rebirth 2, like what's going to happen there. Is there going to be some information there? New show, maybe, animation, live action, what are we going to do there? And Survival, Jurassic Park Survival, what's going on with that? Is that going to be 2026? Is it going to be 2027? I don't know. So there's a lot, I think, going on this year to be excited about as a Jurassic fan. So my hopes are that we get information soon, because if we go back to, I'm going to go check out my list of episodes, because I feel like it was just around February of 2023. Let me see. Was that 2023? No, it must have been 2024. Yeah. It had to be 2024. February, let's see. Yes. Okay. So February 5th, 2024 there was an episode that I released about David Leitch to direct the next Jurassic World film, releasing July 2nd, 2025. So that was news that came out, right, in those early days. And I'm hoping for that same kind of trajectory, right? I'm hoping that February rolls around, 2 weeks, give it like 2 weeks or so, and like February 5th rolls around and we get some new news about Gareth Edwards coming back to direct a new movie in 2028 or something along those lines. Give him some time, some lead up time. Don't be like, new movie coming 2027. I'll be like, oh, that's so soon. That is so soon. But yeah, because that would be the same timeline, right? We got this episode February 5th, 2024. And then the movie came out a year and a half later. So I'm hoping that's not going to be the case. I don't know. I'm not looking at the film slate that they've got for the next year or two, however many. But I'm hoping we get one at least by 2028. I don't want it any earlier. I really don't. But I could see them. I could definitely see them doing that. You know, like they figure, hey, we just knocked one out in a year and a half. So maybe. But I really hope they don't do that. I hope they push that out. But I'm hoping we get information sometime soon. You know, I don't know, like just something simple. I feel like when all the news was coming out about Rebirth, right? We didn't know the name, I don't think. When did we know the name? There's an episode, We Built This Jurassic City, featuring Tom Jurassic. That was in March. So when was Rebirth? So August 29th, I have an episode, Jurassic World Rebirth is officially announced. August 29th, 2024, Jurassic World Rebirth is officially announced. So we had known that they were making a movie for a while, but then they officially called it Jurassic World Rebirth. So it took a few months there, but yeah, I hope we get something. I hope we can at least maybe get a title announcement and say, hey, Gareth is back. Whoever in the cast is back, if not, if it's a whole new cast, let us know. I really hope we get some information sometime early this year to give us something to all talk about for the next however long. But yeah, I hope that's in our horizons soon. And yeah, Godzilla Supernova comes out, and because we also get The Legend of Zelda, Godzilla. It's gonna be great. And yeah, thank you to Jurassic Soul. It's good to see you again. Thank you for the super chat. Oh my gosh, I forgot today was Wednesday. You know, it's my fault. It's my fault. I appreciate you being here because, as I was saying before you showed up, I think I haven't done one since November 14th or something like that. So, or 19th, I think. So it's been a few. So I do not feel any ill will towards the people who are not here. I appreciate everybody for being here. And I certainly appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. But yeah, so let's see. Yeah, it's a little late, but alive. Hey, we're here. Might be ending soon. You never know. And yes, who said it? Siaka said, I believe a new animated series is inevitable. It's inevitable. Thanks, Thanos. But I agree. I feel like it is inevitable. They, like when I talked with Scott and everything, he made it feel like very sure that there was no kind of, future there. So go check out that episode with Scott Kramer. Myself and Tom, we talked about all kinds of Chaos Theory stuff with Scott. Full spoilers in that episode from last year, November 24th. That was after live streams. That was the thing. Last year, I wasn't necessarily slacking at the end of the year. We had all this Chaos Theory stuff coming out. And then we also had, shortly after that, all the Jurassic World Evolution stuff coming out. So there was like a lot to discuss at the tail end of the year, but I just wasn't doing it here on the live stream. So go check out that episode with Scott. He talks a little bit about that. And I really hope there is a future for, the Camp Fam, or if it's new, if they want to do something new, they could. But I'm really hoping that they find a way to tie the Camp Fam into the Rebirth story to give us just context that really irons out those details that I'm struggling with. I will be literally praising Scott for connecting those details and his writing crew. I always praise Scott, but it's Bethany and others. So I love what they've created. I think they can totally connect the dots to make that movie work even better for me. And hey, maybe it'll be higher on my rankings list. But I think a show is inevitable, and I hope so. But is it in Universal's pocket? What's the word I'm looking for? Is it in their hand? Is it in? It's in their court. The ball is in their court. That's where I'm going. It's in their court, man. Sounds natural, right? When you forgot what it was, and then you have to go through it and really figure out what the word is. Yeah, the ball's in their court, dude. Like, we want to all see this show. We love this. I hope the numbers come in for season 4, and they're like, yeah, let's do it again. Series 3. Let's age them up a little bit more, and dude, I'd be totally down. I hope we get that. Maybe. You never know. Oh, thank you, Jared. Thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. It says, thank you for all you do, Brad. I know we all appreciate this form to nerd out on so many things amongst a world growing darker. Love you, man. Yeah. It's one heck of a world, that's for sure, and it's not a great one at the moment, and or good or ever. I don't know if it's ever been. Has it ever been good? I mean, you know, it has its moments, I guess, but it does make it more difficult to talk about things that you just love passionately, like a movie, or theme parks or whatever. So Star Wars, Jurassic, whatever. It makes it very difficult to want to find enthusiasm to talk about these things when there's so much chaos, literal chaos, not just chaos theories happening, that it makes it very difficult. I don't know. But I think with talking with people like Scott and Tom and, you know, Jay and so many people on this show, like, we find the love in movies and this franchise and each other and the community. And I think that's really what we're trying to do here, is just make, like I say at the end of every show, is I just want to make this world a better place, like little by little, you know. Every end of the episode, I just want to make it like just slightly better, you know. That's all we can try. But I appreciate you all for being here as well, and for supporting the show, and yeah. And there's a lot of satisfaction in remembering the words that escape my brain, because, you know, they just disappear. And then I mostly think, oh, I'm never going to get those words back. I may have forgotten the word of, but like, I hope I remember it one day when I forget. But I'm like, this could be the time. It could be gone. I don't know. But yeah, so there's too much other stuff just weighing down on you these days, you know? 5 years of camp fam and no one said soft cannon. We really won. Oh God. You know, things were so much easier when all we had to deal with was soft cannon. Ah, man, the good old days of soft cannon. I didn't have nearly as many grays. I'm just like old now. It's been years since we talked about soft cannon. You guys remember? You remember them old days of soft cannon? Them were the days. Crying about what Colin Trevorrow said about Jurassic World Live Tour, despite what the creators told us. Man, what I wouldn't give for those days back. That's how I feel. That's how long I've been doing this. Yeah, and thank you to Souls. You know, you share the show on socials like every time it posts, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that, because I have been really bad about posting like anything about the show. So I appreciate when you do that. That means a lot. So thank you. And yes, the Zoom, it's all for the comedy here. Dips into Arthur Morgan. I forgot that is kind of what Arthur Morgan sounds like. It's been a bit since I played that game. I never even finished that game. What was the name of the other guy? John. John Marsden or something like that. Is that John Marsden? I don't know what he said. I forget what he sounded like. John? Is that James? What am I thinking? Who am I thinking of? John Marston. I was very close. I was confusing my Cowboys and X-Men there for a second. John Marston. Yeah. Anyway, I don't have anything else to talk about. But please go over to JurassicParkPodcast.com. Listen to everything we did at the tail end of the year. If you missed out on the conversations with Scott, if you missed out on those full spoiler podcasts and all that stuff for Camp Cretaceous or whatever that show is called, Chaos Theory and Legacy of Monsters, our Christmas special, if you missed that, go back. It doesn't matter. It's January. Who cares? Go listen to it. Travis put in a ton of work into that, as he does every year. And of course, my episode with Jay Jurassic that posted last week. Please go check that one out. And you can find all of those. This is on this unsupported browser here on my iPad. I'm glad I brought up all three of these links for 3 different shows, and I cannot show any of them. So this is what happens here when you try to do anything. I was trying to bring up the links for, let's see, all the different podcasts that I do. Here's the Forcecast. Let's see, what is this? Oh, that's the IndieCast. Dude, I don't know. That he hasn't updated that. Apple Podcasts, maybe we can do it here. Yeah, I forgot about this, that it didn't actually work anymore on there. But Forcecast, last episode we did was middle of December. We've been trying to record. We were supposed to record tonight, but we're not recording tonight either. So maybe tomorrow. Yeah, there we go, Jedi Jarvo. Sorry about that. But we had so many intentions to record every week, but it has not worked out recently. So we're getting back on the train. Hopefully, I'm not going to make any promises, because as soon as I do that, everything goes off the rails. I don't want to be like Arthur Morgan or whatever. But there's that podcast. There's also the other one. I should showcase that one too. The other show. I gotta type out this whole thing. Where was I? Let's go over to Apple. Now I sound like Stone Cold there for a second. Boom. Now this one, we do have 2 episodes in the can, and they should have been out, but you know what? This year's been hard. This year's been pretty hard on us so far. And yeah, we haven't gotten that episode out. But please, these last 2 episodes were pretty great. Our favorite theme park lands at night. That was a fun one from December. And then our theme park Santa episode, which is always hilarious. They're not like they're wants and needs that we want for theme parks, but we know are probably never going to come to fruition. So Theme Park Santa brings us, a bag of goodies from around the theme parks. So go listen to that episode. And we did record. We recorded our favorite things of 2025 episode, so that'll be out hopefully anytime now. And then also the predictions episode, which is usually out by about now, but I guess it'll be pushed another week or so. But our predictions episode is also pretty great. We made some fun theme park predictions for 2026. That's probably like my favorite episode of the year, so go listen to that one when that does come out. But yeah, that's all I got for you. So thank you, everybody. See you next week, and hopefully I should have a podcast episode out for you on Monday. We'll see. Fingers crossed. You never know. But yeah, podcast every other week, hopefully from here on out, and then live stream every Wednesday. And yeah, maybe I'll try to do a little bit more in the meantime. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. As always, please be kind. Just be kind to each other, all right? That's all I'm asking. Be kind. Be safe out there, you know. It's one heck of a wild wilderness. And as always, enjoy.